Like, yes, I want to prioritize my children, but if I did not have that, what if I build a resentment that I am giving so much out of myself and then I have nothing? Like, would that bring me happiness? Would that bring me joy? I don't believe so. I believe that we as a human being, like, I know I would struggle if I did not have anything of my own, because I do have such a creative side of me that I need to express myself creatively in some ways. I want my kids to go into a world and feel fulfilled. If I teach them that all my attention as a mom, it needs to be on them, always for them, then that's what I am showing them, that it should be done by them. Whereas as I said, I want my kids.
Morty.
Limits don't exist till we put them there.
Today, we are talking about something that doesn't get romanticized enough. The quiet strength of a single mother building a career. Not the highlights reel, not the perfectly curated social media version, but the real version. The early mornings, the mental load, the silent sacrifice, the moments where you question if you are doing enough at work and at home. There's this narrative that says that you have to choose. Either you are present or you are ambitious. Either you are nurturing or you are powerful. But what if that's a lie? What if thriving as a single mom isn't about doing everything, but doing what truly matters with intention? Today, we are not talking about survival. We are talking about clarity. We are talking about boundary. We are talking about redefining success on your own terms. Because maybe thriving doesn't look loud. Maybe it looks steady, disciplined, aligned, and that is powerful. I have my co-host here. Her name is Aga. Aga, welcome to the Elevate Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
So I just want to go straight into it. What does thriving actually look like for you as a single mom with a busy career?
That's a great question. Being a single mom with a busy career, I feel thriving, it's all about mindset. It's all about mindset. It's about accepting your limitations. And it's either if it's time or it's resources or, I don't know, abilities sometimes. It's just being okay with not having it perfect. It's about learning your values and living your life according to your values. It's, I don't know, it's just getting to this point in life that you know, like whatever happens, being okayness, being okay with whatever happens, it's okay. It's okay. Do your best. And then that's what thriving is. It's just, you hold your value, you hold your power, no matter what is happening. Because life is a chaos.
Yeah.
Like it's, it's not easy, and it's, but I don't think it's supposed to be easy. Just being all by yourself and doing everything by yourself, it's not easy.
Yeah. So right now you have 2 kids and
Yes.
managing them yourself, and as a single mom, and you also have a career, you have dreams, you have goals.
Yeah.
You want to pursue your own goal. You also want to make sure that you maintain what it means to be a single mom and to be, I would say, an effective mother to your kids.
Yes, present.
To be present.
Present, and just enjoy every moment with them, because the time goes fast.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you said something about accepting limitations. Like, what do you mean by like accepting
your being okay? Like, what I meant with accepting your limitations is realizing that you're not going to be perfect, and don't expecting for yourself to have everything perfect. Like perfect house, perfect always children looking and being perfectly taken care of, and then your career as well. You like being ambitious and successful and striving to be successful woman. It's not easy. And adding children and taking care of your children by yourself to that, you split your energy into 2. You focus part of your energy on your career and part of your energy on bringing your beautiful children. So that's what I meant by accepting your limitation, like being okay with realizing that not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
And then enjoying giving that, what's the word? Giving yourself a grace for anything that it's less than perfect.
I see. I think what's important is about, like what you say, giving yourself grace.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people, especially in situation where they are single mom, they don't have that moment where they can actually say, I'm actually doing better than I think I should, you know.
That is very true.
So like, do you think, what has been working for you to put yourself in a situation where you are more graceful to yourself?
It's self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
It's a big topic for me. And I have been putting a lot of emphasis into self-growth, into gaining my self-awareness and bringing my worth and how I look at things back to myself. And through the lenses of who I would love to be and the values that I would like to hold. So yeah.
I like that.
Through that. I know a lot of women, especially ambitious, successful women, we are extremely hard on ourselves. We are hard. Like, we want everything to exceed. We want to be perfect at home. And then there is a point that you realize that you are not thriving. You are surviving. And that's when you need to make a decision. Like, is this what works for me? Do I want to be constantly tired? Do I want to be constantly stressed out and anxious? Or there's something that needs to change? So that's when you make a decision.
How do you know it's the breaking point of like you surviving and you thriving?
Where is the breaking
point? Like the breaking point.
I think for everyone would be different.
Yeah, it would be different.
For me, I guess I just got extremely lucky because after I got divorced, I somehow knew that like I need to keep my mindset strong. I need to keep myself, I need to invest in myself, in my self-growth. And because I knew like if I go down, if my head goes down, if my mindset goes down, that's it. That's it. I have no family here. I am single mom. There's not going to be anyone to pull me up. So I was pretty lucky that I got to that realization very quickly, pretty much instantly, that I do have to invest a lot of energy and effort into self-growth. And that's how it started for me. That's when you get to the point that you build that self-growth, you learn about yourself, you set a goal and vision who you want to be, like what's important for you in your life, and you start striving for that as well. And that's when you realize that that you need to make a change.
You need to make a change. That makes
There's
sense.
this great quote that one of my clients actually told me. He said, Aga, what you not change, you are choosing. It's so powerful. What you not change, you are choosing. And that's so true. If something bothers you, you have all the power and control into choose what you allow in your life.
That makes, wow. Yeah. Because sometimes we try to change something, but we tolerate it. And if you tolerate it, you are choosing it. You're accepting it, but you want to change it.
Yes.
And I think
it's so simple, but like once you put it in words, it starts making sense in your head, because you can complain, you can constantly be tired, you can constantly try to exceed and achieve and do all of that. But then but what cost? Like what cost? Do you feel happy? Do you want to live your life on an autopilot? Do you want to be constantly in a survival mode? Do you want to constantly be anxious and stressed out? Like, no, like who would like that? And yet most of us, that's how we live those days. So yeah, just make a different choice. Make a choice for yourself, what works.
So after divorce, it felt like the world is on your shoulder, and you don't have pretty much no one to rely on. It's just you and your kids. What keeps you want to keep going? Like, what made you want to not drop down and
My children. By my divorce, like for me, it was a new beginning. To me, it was a new beginning. I left the marriage that was unhappy, and it was a new start. It was a second chance for me to build the life that I wanted to build. Okay. So I did come out of that with that realization, with that goal, that this is my time when I can build what I want to build, the life that I want to see. So it wasn't as dramatic for me as like some women that truly go through like horrible times and struggle. I did not have that. I was very lucky to quickly realize that I need to invest in myself and feel grounded and strong and financially be able to support myself and not be scared. So yeah, I was pretty lucky with that.
Okay, that makes sense. But it seems to me more of the way you carry yourself. You have a positive vibe around you. You have a outgoing outlook. You want to do better. You want to have more. So that's different. An average person usually doesn't have that like desire to do more and wanting to be better for themselves and actually do it. Because you can desire to be better and want to live from a state of autopilot, but do you actually do anything about it? Not many people do that. So I think that's...
Yes, and that's very truth.
What is the biggest misconception about time management for single working women?
Okay. The misconception. Okay. Misconception about the time management for a single working moms is that the time management, it's not a problem. The problem is overload. It's just a little bit different perspective, but it's not. Most successful ambition women, they are not disorganized. They are dealing with overload of responsibilities. And I'm not undermining the need of having strategies how to manage your time. Of course, that's very important, but I think the biggest issue here is the overload of responsibilities. We are playing two roles. We are providers and we are nurturers. We are focusing and trying to and being very ambitious and wanting to grow your career. And at the same time, we want to be nourishing and loving moms for our children and create that wonderful and loving environment for them. So there's no planner that will help you or will help you deal with overload. So you can you cannot productively hack your way out of responsibilities. And I think that's what most of us, that's what we are dealing primarily. So the misconception for time management, it's not a problem.
Okay.
The problem is the overload of responsibilities that we are dealing with.
It's more responsibility. And that more responsibility make as if time management is the issue, but that's not the issue.
Yes. Yeah. It's just not the main problem. Of course, it's important to have that, but most of us would have it. We would understand. But like, if I have to juggle so many activities throughout the day and I only have to fit them in this, there's no planner that will help me with that.
Yeah.
You need to like shift. You need to pull some of those responsibilities. You need to start decreasing the amount of activities that you get yourself involved into. You need to shift your attention or be very intentional what you put your energy into.
So how do you decide what truly deserves your energy and what doesn't?
Okay. Yes. So this is, okay. Once you start becoming more and more self-aware, you understand what your values are, what is truly important for you in your life, it's becoming less difficult. Anything that will drain my energy, anything that that makes me feel anxious and stressed out, those are things that are not worth of my energy. Of course, you cannot eliminate them all. There's a lot of stress that comes out from just regular activities. So you minimize them. There are also, you can neutralize them as well. There are ways and techniques that you can use to actually neutralize the impact of the events or activities or whatever you have in your life that you cannot eliminate, but you just don't allow them to have such a strong impact, negative impact on you. So you can learn, there's many techniques that you can use. If it comes to the things that I will put my attention to, so anything that brings me joy, fulfillment, makes me feel happy, makes me feel passionate about, that's what I want to shift my energy to and try to intentionally bring more of those things into my life.
Okay.
So you see what I mean? You just try to take your energy from anything that doesn't serve you and as much as you can, to whatever degree you can, and move it towards what does bring you joy. move to what you're passionate about, and start adding those things into your life while removing the others.
It makes sense, because I think most of us, the biggest part I'll say is self-awareness.
Yes.
Because you can't really change anything without being self-aware first. You have to know exactly what you want.
Yes.
And then navigate. How would you advise someone to figure out what they want, to be more self-aware? How can they go about doing that?
That's a very great question. So people are not very self-aware those days. Like what I'm learning and what I'm seeing around is like, we don't know what we want. We don't know what we want. So again, investing into your self-growth and asking yourself the questions. There are different ways that you can do it, but just sit deep with yourself. You need to have time to reflect. You need time to reflect. You need to have time to put thought into what is important for you and why. What is your why behind your values? What are those things that makes you happy? What does your ideal day look like? Or what would your ideal day at work look like? So by asking yourself those questions, bringing those reflection and sitting with it and analyzing, you're gonna start building understanding of what truly is meaningful for you.
Wow, that's some gems.
It's work. It's not easy. There's things that are worth in life is what I'm learning. It's not a simple fix. It's not like take a pill and fix it all. No, it's work. You put work and you put your focus, you put your energy, but you gain so much more out of it. If you do. Yes.
Okay, so let's say you find those things, right?
Yes.
How or what boundary are the hardest for you to set? Like, how do you know to set the boundary for these particular times so you can shift to another?
So I guess in this case, it's easy. You just need to realize what is that meaningful thing, what is worth for you, where do you see yourself? The big thing is creating your vision of who do you want to be, who do you want to become. And then once you have at least a framework, of course, nobody comes in and knows all of this right away, but just start thinking about it. What do I like? What do I enjoy? What would I want my life to look like? Who I would like to become? And then you can start asking yourself questions. What the person, my dream person, my vision person, what that person do? What kind of jobs they do? How do they respond to different situations? What they do, who they are, who you are as that person, and then what you have, what kind of abilities you have. So just a lot of reflection around building that, I want to say identity almost, your identity, your true identity based on your values.
Okay, so one thing I noticed about, especially when I don't have children, but I've heard a lot from people, especially a single mom, one of my friends who got a child, and the first thing that happened is usually everything that they wanted to do change.
Oh, absolutely.
Because now it seems as if they have someone that they value, that person, that responsibility of taking care of that baby is more important to them than anything else. And sometimes even more important than themselves.
Of course. Being a mother, absolutely. That is so true. Once you become a mother, once I became a mother, my entire world is about my babies. That is so true. I mean, there's nothing for me to add. That is so true.
So for someone like that, who their entire world is their child, how would you go about looking for those values that you need in order for you to maybe find some joy and happiness and meaningful in your life if the whole thing is your children? And what I would think, because I believe that children, they are that meaningful and joyful things, right?
Yes.
But you also want to open up your business.
Yes.
You also want to run your
I understand what you're meaning right now. Yes. So I guess, yes. So the well-being of my children, that's what I mean. It becomes your priority.
Okay.
They are my why behind the things that I do. But yes, like you still absolutely invest in yourself. You always, it's like they say on the airplanes, you always have to put your mask first before you can take care of others. And it's the same with self-growth and bringing up children. You need to invest in yourself and in yourself, build up yourself, the values, so you can teach them to your children. So yes, I understand what you mean. Like it's, you still have to look at yourself. You still have to first create those values and meanings for yourself before you can move them to you.
And then another thing I've noticed, which is, I want to kind of look at this very deep, is that, so you have a child, the first usually year or two, it's like they're very dependent on you. I mean, the first 18 years usually of a child depending on you, but the first years they're gonna depend on you a lot. Your whole focus is gonna be on them, and it seems as your identity also is gonna be on them. Like your identity as a mother. Would you say your identity will be as a mother, or your identity will not be a mother?
So that's a very hard topic, because actually a lot of moms, that's exactly what happens. Once they become moms, the entire identity is I'm a mom. But it is very important to actually, in my opinion, to not truly only see yourself as a mother, because as an ambition woman, that would not give us the full satisfaction. We also need to build up ourselves. We need to also have something in our life that we feel fulfilled in, that it's outside of our household and our children. So I know that's exactly what happens to many moms. And at the beginning, you have this little baby, you love them so much, and your entire life and everything is about them. But it is very important to pause and then also have that time and figure out that time for yourself, for self-care, for self-growth, and for growing into your career or whatever ambitions you might have. So this is something that you have to intentionally think about and consider and build into your just regular life.
Because I would say, would you agree with this statement? By the time they reach 16, I would say when the child reach about teenager year, they start going out, then you have a self-realization of like, wait a minute, my whole life has been to taking care of this child, but now they are going out there in the world, and I don't know what to do with myself now.
Now what? So I'm not in that stage yet. So my kids are 10 and 8. So I'm still very much into that busy stage that they need me. But I do hear that a lot from other people, that yes, that when the kids get out of the house, they just don't know what to do with themselves. By having your own life per se, with your ambitions, with your groundedness, like how you could, then I believe that will help me in the future, because I try to keep a balance. I try to be that great, like this wonderful mom for my kids, but I also try to feel fulfilled and do, as you mentioned, I would like to start a business too. And I would like to pour my love and attention to that business as well. So I don't know what would be like once they leave, because they are still too little. But I'm hoping that because I do have that other side that I'm focusing on, once they leave, that still will be something that I will be focusing on.
Oh, no, as well.
Of course, it's going to be hard. I'm sure it's going to be hard not having them, but
I think that's interesting. It's an interesting thing, because I keep seeing people, especially when I was talking to someone the other day, and it's more about having a connection with your children to the point where you lose yourself within that connection. And when they leave, it's like, okay, now what? But also another thing I like kind of like touch on a little bit is that what's gonna fulfill you at the end of your life, I think, for most people, is usually the people around you. The children. So
your family connection.
Their family connection. At the end of all this, would you say you'll be more happy if you were to fully focus on your child, and then you create your own company on the side, and then when you get older, and then they have their own grandchildren and they're with you, that would be more fulfilling than your business?
See, I don't believe so. I believe that we as a human being, we need to have also something, like for me, the creative side of my personality is very important to me. Like, yes, I want to prioritize my children, but if I did not have that, what if I build a resentment that I am giving so much out of myself, and then I have nothing? Like, would that bring me happiness? Would that bring me joy? So it's hard for me to say because I'm not in the situation, but I can see that happening. Like, I know I would struggle if I did not have anything of my own, because I do have such a creative side of me that I need to express myself creatively in some ways that I don't know. I don't think I would feel like fully accomplished if I just only focus on the kids. And how good I would be for my kids. Like, when you think about it, like, I want my kids to go into a world and feel fulfilled, feel happy, have passion. And so if I teach them that all my attention as a mom, it needs to be on them, always for them, then that's what I am showing them, that it should be done by them. Whereas as I said, I want my kids to have their own passions and something that they feel joyful and have, those. So it's not necessarily 100% revolving around their children and their families, just having something on their own as well. And that's, by me having that, I'm teaching them it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Kind of like, you're also showing an example of like, oh, you should pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
You know, don't sleep on your dreams. Don't sleep on your vision. Even though you are a single mom with children, I pursue my dreams and my vision.
Yeah.
You can do it too, kind of like that.
Yes.
I found people, which this is one interesting. This is why I find you very interesting. It's like you work, and I mean, we're doing the same job, and you put in the same hours or even more sometimes. And you also have business on the side, and you're also a single mom with kids, and then spending time with them. That's amazing. Like, that's really great. You're accomplishing both as a mother and as a career woman, and I think that's very amazing. So the one thing you do have to remember is at what cost. That's a big thing that I did came to a realization, and not really long ago, is you can go through all of that and exceed and feel perfect, and then you feel exhausted all the time. You feel anxious. You it is exhausting. It is chaotic. It's a chaos. And learning to be like, you know what, it's okay. It's okay. It's learning to find ways to rest. Like, for example, like when I don't have my children, I most likely will not choose to go out and, like, even with friends many times, what I would do, I would choose to rest. I would choose to rest, to recover, to spend that time for myself, to plan, maybe just plan something for my business. But it comes with a cost. Juggling all those things comes with the cost. And the issue for ambitious women is we believe, or we think that it should be easy for us, because we are ambitious, because we know, we are fully aware we can do it. But so when we hit that point that we are exhausted and tired and anxious and stressed out all the time, you get to the point, is like, why? I should be able to do it. Why am I not enough? Why? And so this is the big turning around point that I would say for women, is that you need to realize what you're doing, because you are capable of pulling all of this. It still doesn't make it any easier. You're still human.
It shouldn't be any easier. It is meant to be hard. I mean, it's a chaos. We live in chaos, like pulling everything, trying to pull everything, household, kids' responsibilities, kids' activities, work, trying to exceed work. And it's a lot. It's a lot. And accepting this and feeling appreciate yourself for the effort you put in. I think it causes a big shift in in your mindset at that point.
I think gratitude is very important. Like what
Yeah.
you say, appreciating yourself for even the little things.
Yes.
And because it's usually hard, the breaking points. But one thing I would like to ask you is this: what would change if women stopped measuring themselves against unrealistic standard? Because I think based on what you say, sometimes it's like, oh, you have this goal, you want to set up this,
Yes.
like,
If we stop measuring ourselves against unrealistic standards, I think the whole game would change. I think the whole game would change. We would, I think we would realize, we would try to maybe redefine what success truly means. Because right now is like what it is, like what people view the success. Most people would view it as having everything perfect, having it all together, having perfect jobs, perfect house, perfect, I don't know, bodies, like whatever, perfection. Whereas like, what if we redefine it? If we don't measure ourselves or define ourselves with those unrealistic expectations, what if we redefine success? And that's what I'm learning for myself. And that's what makes me feel I'm striving as a single mom working, despite the fact that it's messy and it's definitely not perfect. I start viewing success more as a peace. How much peace do I have with my decisions, with my day? Like with my, like I can't change my job, but I can change how I respond to things. How much peace do I get? How much stability it is, how safe I feel in my life. It is also financial independence, like being successful, of course. How about emotional regulation? That I am able to regulate my emotions or be able to take care of myself and emotion, like building my mindset. And if we could just stop defining ourselves by those unrealistic expectations of everything being perfect, I think the game would change.
wow.
The game would change.
I like that you say purpose for you. Like,
Yes,
it's the peace.
the peace. Yes,
That's
That's my
success.
favorite
What
word.
is success for you is peace, having
Yes.
peace in your decision.
yes,
That's interesting.
powerful.
Very powerful.
That's powerful. Yeah.
I think, I mean, that goes not even for, not just single mom, and that's for everybody. Like,
Yes.
having the peace when you make a decision, it's like the most powerful thing, because even if something were to happen, that the decision, let's say for example, the decision that you made did not end up well, but at least you had peace with it when you make it to begin
Yes.
with. And I think you can find solace and sleep good at night.
Yes.
That's amazing. I'm learning a lot from you, son. This is good. This is good.
Good.
What advice would you give to a woman afraid that her career will suffer because she is a single mom?
The advice, accept the fact that your career might take a hit and most likely will. And do your best. Do your best at any situation given. And but what I mean is, being a single mom and with working busy careers, your 150% is not gonna look the same. It's not gonna look the same like other people, that they don't have the same responsibilities to you, but it's also not gonna look the same for you every day. Because if I give myself 100%, I commit to give my 100%. I will commit to give my 100%, 150% my all. But when my kids are sick all night and I have them at home and I have to work and make things work with them while they are still recovering, I put my 150%, but my 150% is not going to look the same as on the days when they are full day at school. And I have the peace and attention and focus I can give to my work. So just acceptance. Accept the fact that your career this is the stage in life we are in. Give yourself again a grace and permission to have it a little messy, to be okay, because most likely your career will get hit. It will suffer a little bit, but what you gain is beautiful children.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Two things I got from this that I think is very important to focus on. Give yourself grace, and every decision you make, have peace with it.
Yes.
And another thing I will add, the third one, is accepting that the change is gonna happen. So for single moms who they just find themselves in that situation, and they need to keep their career job because they still have to pay bills.
Yes.
But they also want to live their dream, and that's gonna be overwhelming. The biggest thing they need to know is have grace, peace in your decision.
Yes.
And I think
Still give your best,
Give your
because
best.
again, if we're talking about ambitious women, we want to push, push ourselves. So
do you think it's only limited to the ambition woman?
I think, I'm not sure, but I think the ambitious women are the ones that are most likely to having that push, needing to push and harder, and we are most likely to be overextending ourselves, and we will most likely be the first one to burn out, because we feel we are capable, because we feel we know, we can, we want. So that's what that's how I feel. That is what it is for me. So I needed to learn to create that boundary. The hardest boundary I ever created was with my work, when I needed to realize that I have to be okay, that there are gonna be times when I'm not gonna be exceeding, that there are gonna be some times but there will be times that I can, but they might come a little bit later in life when my kids are older and come out of the house. So this is I'm not sure how other people would, I'm assuming it's hard for every woman, even if they are not single, for every parent.
Yeah.
When you have children and careers, will be very similar too. But sometimes it just depends on the personality. If you are truly that invested into growing your career, then you're gonna have those tendencies that you're gonna push, that you're gonna try to push through all the fear and pain and everything, and try to make it all, and want to have it perfect, and you're gonna feel constantly, I'm not enough. Why am I not enough? So that building that awareness and boundary, where you are at in your life, and accepting that doing your best is enough.
Doing your best is enough. All right. So business. But to open up your business here soon.
Yes.
Tell me anything about it, and what's the plan, or what do you think?
Well, thank you for mentioning this. Yes, I am building my business. I am going to open a life coaching business, where I would like to focus on helping people build, gain clarity of what they truly want in their life, what their true values are, and then just help them, assist them to build the meaningful goals and get those goals. I would love to see, I am a very, very big fan of authenticity. For me, everything has to be authentic, otherwise there's just no point of doing it. You need to be true and authentic to yourself. So I would love to help and assist people to build authentic and joyful lives. Wow. For themselves.
Am I doing that right now?
Yes, you're doing a great job. Yes, and so I'm hoping that this will start this year.
This year? I have the free, right?
You have the free. You always
I have one free session, right?
You have only 6 months per session.
All right.
And then you can come and tell all about it on your podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, yes. I will. But I want to invite you again soon. So
I would love that.
But thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I want to end it here, unless you have something that you would like to
mention. No, that's perfect. Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time.
Well, thank you so much, Aga.
Thank you.